Stick around because we're off to Fimble Valley very soon with those Fimbles. Then we're going to be saying uh-oh to the Teletubbies. But right now, here's Andy Pandy.
Andy Pandy. Here comes Andy Pandy and Looby Loo. Happy as he can be, Teddy too. Playing in the garden every day. Making things is so much fun. Here comes Andy Pandy in Andy Pandy Land.
Oh!
Andy Pandy had found a big round red tomato growing in his garden. Andy picked the tomato, but it looked almost too good to eat. He showed it to Teddy. Teddy wanted to taste the big red tomato, but Andy still didn't want to eat it just yet. Teddy thought Andy should draw a picture of the tomato so he'd always know what it looked like. Then they could eat it. When Andy went to his special cupboard to fetch his paper and his crayons, he had a great surprise. He'd never seen this wooden horn before and wondered if he could play a tune on it. Andy blew and blew, but he couldn't play a tune. Then he had another great surprise. He'd blown a big round bubble. Andy wanted to draw a picture of the big round bubble as well as the big round tomato. But when he went back to his special cupboard, the bubble had got there first. It was a friendly bubble. Now the bubble was being too friendly. The bubble was being a nuisance, but Andy tried to take no notice. The bubble was playing tricks, so Andy tried to play a trick on the bubble. Andy tried hiding from the bubble. There was no sign of it. Perhaps this trick had worked. Andy needed help, so he asked Tiffo the dog. But where was the bubble? It had played another trick. At last, the bubble had flown away. Now Andy could go home and draw his picture of the tomato. The bubble hadn't flown away at all. Andy went to ask Looby Loo for help. Andy told Looby all about the bubble and they shut the door to keep it out. But the bubble was already inside. Looby liked the bubble. So Andy let her keep it and went off to draw his picture. The bubble hadn't stayed with Looby after all. Orby the ball wanted to know why Andy was sitting in the middle of the green. Andy showed him the bubble. Orby liked the bubble, and the bubble liked Orby. They played happily together. Now Andy could draw his picture. By the time he'd finished, the bubble had got bored with Orby. Andy really didn't want to see it again. This time, the bubble couldn't see Andy, so it sat down to wait for him. All morning, Teddy had been thinking about the big round red tomato. He wondered if Andy was ready to taste it. Andy had finished his drawing, so Teddy sat down to wait for him. The bubble really had been a nuisance. Andy was so pleased it had gone, he said Teddy could have his picture. But Teddy said he'd rather taste the tomato. Looby Loo had heard the noise of Teddy bursting the bubble. Andy told her what had happened and said she could have his picture of the tomato. Looby Loo loved the picture, and Teddy loved the taste of the big round red tomato. Andy shut the wooden horn away in his special cupboard. He'd never tried blowing it again.
In the playground, sliding down the slide is a wonderful ride from the very, very top to the ground. In the playground, swinging through the air with the wind in your hair, swooping high and low as you go. In the playground we could stay all day, playing on the seesaw, the up and down seesaw is so much fun in the playground. Andy Pandy. Here comes Andy Pandy and Looby Loo, happy as he can be, Teddy too, playing in the garden every day, making things is so much fun. Here comes Andy Pandy in Andy Pandy Land.
It was a windy morning, just the sort of morning, thought Looby Loo, for hanging the washing out to dry. Teddy saw what Looby Loo was doing, so he asked if he could help. Looby Loo said he could. Teddy was very quick indeed at hanging out the washing. Looby Loo told him it wasn't a race. But Teddy didn't listen. He was trying so hard to be quick that he fell over the washing basket and Looby Loo's sheet was blown away by the wind. Teddy was so busy chasing after the sheet that he didn't notice Andy Pandy. What a bump! Windy, isn't it? Said Teddy. Andy Pandy agreed. In fact, he said, the wind had given him an idea. Teddy was so interested to see what Andy Pandy's idea was, he quite forgot about Looby Loo's sheet. Teddy was getting more and more interested in what Andy was doing. He had found a sheet of stiff card, a pair of scissors, and some paints. Next, he found some glue in the cupboard. Last of all, Andy Pandy found 2 thin bamboo sticks and some string. Teddy was itching to know what Andy Pandy was up to. You'll see, said Andy Pandy. Andy Pandy put some bright blobs of paint on one half of the card. Then he folded the card over. When he unfolded the card again, Andy had made a beautiful butterfly. Now it was time to cut it out. Teddy wanted to do the cutting out, but Andy said that you have to be very careful when you use scissors. He'd better do it. But he'd let Teddy do some gluing later. Orby was going to pay a visit on some of his friends when he had the surprise of his life. Looby Loo's sheet landed on him and got him quite tangled up. Poor Orby, he didn't know what had happened or where he was going. Andy had told Teddy to tie the string to the bamboo sticks. Next, Andy Pandy said it was time to glue the sticks to the back of the butterfly. Andy Pandy told Teddy to be careful, but he wasn't careful. Poor Orby was still stuck in the sheet. Missy Hissy didn't know what was making all the noise outside her house. She was a bit frightened. She called for help. Tiffo had heard Missy Hissy. He told her that he'd help to get rid of whatever it was. Orby didn't know what was happening, but he didn't like it. Tiffo and Missy Hissy were very surprised to see Orby. It had been him in the sheet all the time. Orby said he was sorry and that he hadn't meant to frighten Missy Hissy, but with the sheet covering him, he hadn't known where he was. Missy Hissy looked at the sheet. Where had it come from, she wondered. Tiffo said he thought it might belong to Looby Loo. He said he'd take it to Looby Loo and ask if it was hers. At last, Andy Pandy and Teddy had finished what they were making. It was a kite, and it flew beautifully in the wind. Andy Pandy said they should take it to show to Looby Loo. Then Teddy remembered about the sheet. He thought he'd better try to find it. Looby Loo wasn't very pleased about her sheet. She asked Andy Pandy if he'd seen Teddy. Andy Pandy said he'd been helping him to make the kite. Teddy said he was sorry he couldn't find Looby Loo's sheet anywhere. Looby Loo said Tiffo had found it, what was left of it. Teddy was very, very sorry for being so forgetful. Looby Loo couldn't stay angry with Teddy for long, so she forgave him. And it was a particularly beautiful kite, and such fun to fly.
Red, green balloon.
It's around now that your child discovers shapes and colours.
Like red.
Now, his favourite word is why.
What is it? Wonder what this is for.
So by now, he's ready to explore the big wide world.
Oh, ta-da! Let's go and see. Come on. Yeah.
Fimbles on CBeebies. The journey to school starts from home.
Hello there, I'm Sue. I mean Florrie.
And I'm Chris, Fimbo.
Oh, and you know what? All these bubbles make me think we should go to Fimble Valley.
I wonder what we'll find today.
Look, I found something.
Every girl, every boy, come on, open up your eyes. There's a world right here, full of wonder and surprise.
Let's go and find the thimbles.
Thimbles, thimbles, thimbles.
We're the thimbles.
Thimbles, thimbles, thimbles.
We're the thimbles.
Sing along, everyone can join our song.
Thimbles, thimbles. We're the thimbles.
Every day we'll
Find and play in the wonderful world, in the magical world of the thimbles.
Can you guess what I am?
No.
All right, I'll give you a clue. I'm very tall, and I'm green, and I've got lots of leaves. Can you guess what I am?
Tree! Thimble tree!
That's right, Pom. Well done. I'm a tree, a twirly tree.
Pom now.
Oh, all right, Pom. Your turn now.
Ready, Thimble?
Now, what can you be, Pom? I really can't guess.
Thimble Coo.
Oh, yes, please, Pom. Give me a clue.
Pom tree.
Oh, Pom, you're a tree too. Oh, tickle, tickle, tickle.
I love pretending so many things, but underneath I stay the same. And Florrie is my name. I'm getting the fimbling feeling. I'm going to find something. I can feel a twinkling, I can hear a sound. It's telling me there's something waiting to be found. Where is it? Where is it? What could it be? I think it might be over there. Let's go and see. Oh, there is something to be found here. But where is it? Oh, is it over here? No. Or is it over there? Oh, can you see it anywhere? Oh, look. Oh, it's a star. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Oh, Bessie, Bessie, look what I found.
Ooh, isn't it magical, Florrie? A twinkling star.
And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Oh, I wonder what they're doing. Oh, it looks like they're